Today marks 46 days since the Israeli-Hamas war began, and it may be coming to a brief resolution. Maybe. If a deal is reached, it would result in a ceasefire for up to 5 days, contingent on the release of dozens of Israelis, consisting of only women and children, in exchange for Palestinian prisoners held in Israel. However, the current hostage-prisoner swap is being negotiated as a 3-to-1 ratio, with Hamas releasing one hostage for every 3 Palestinians. Join me now, counterterrorism and foreign policy expert and host of the Foreign Desk podcast, Lisa Daftari, and Newsmax foreign policy analyst and author of Iran, an Imperialist Republic, and U.S. Policy, Walid Phares. Walid, may I start with you? So there was varying news being released all day. There might be a hostage deal. There might not be a hostage deal. Netanyahu says probably not. Then he said maybe, back and forth. Again, where are we? What do you think should happen? What do you think will happen?
Look, Eric, the exchange of prisoners, of hostages has existed for decades, since, time of wars, certainly the Cold War before that and World War II. The difference is that it was done between states, nation states, governments who believe in international relations. In this case, Hamas does not believe in international law nor the law of war. So they do whatever they want. They went and captured, hundreds of these hostages. But the real point, Eric, here is that Hamas, when they seized those hostages, they had already in mind, you and I discussed it here on this channel, that they will use them to gain time, will release 1, 2, maybe 50, get some prisoners. But the most important is, at the end of the day, Hamas will keep a number of hostages. Guess for what? To exchange for their exit if they are completely surrounded by the Israelis. They hope there will be a ceasefire which will save them, but they're going to release just a number of hostages, and at the end of the day, they have the banknotes at the end to use them.
Oh, yeah. They're looking for the money, too. They're looking for the payoff. Lisa Daftari, old adage, well-known adage as long as I've been alive, never negotiate with terrorists. But isn't that what Israel is doing right now?
Absolutely. And that just shows what Israel is, what they prioritize. It's life. It's family. They want to get back their women and children in exchange for what? These are terrorists. These are people who are in prison. They have been captured by Israel, and now Israel will have to give them back so they can just go right back to drawing up the next terror plot. There's some sort of I don't know if it's just the blind spot from the West's point of view on what Hamas actually is, what the Iran regime is, who the Houthis are, who Hezbollah is, who Al-Qaeda is, who ISIS is. They want to kill, whether it's Americans or Israelis. It's in the Hamas charter that Israel should not exist. And all you hear from the White House is President Biden saying the only solution is a 2-state solution. Do you really think they want to live side by side? Does it look like an organization or a government, a leadership that wants to, have coexistence? They can't even protect their own. They're hiding babies and other very vulnerable people in their hospitals, where they're using them as human shields so that they could have their headquarters and keep their weapons.
My point, Lisa, I'll let you respond to it, is why negotiate with these animals?
Because at this point they have to. What happened on October 7th cannot be undone, and that will always be a stain on Israel and its history. But again, moving forward, the priority for Israel is to first get the hostages back, and second, to eliminate Hamas.
Okay. Let me hold that there. Let me hold that thought, because I want to get to Walid.
Let me say that beyond the negotiations between Israel and the Hamas forces, Israel may have been put in this position. Actually, guess by whom? By our administration.
Yeah.
Because Hamas is funded by Qatar. Hamas is funded by Iran's regime. Hamas is the ally of Hezbollah. And because our administration is engaged in the Iran deal, they don't want to open the front against Hezbollah. Our own forces in Syria and Iraq, when we are attacked, it's on the news every day, we don't even respond strategically. Yeah. Hamas, Qatar should be our partner. We have a base there. We should go and tell them, let them release, or we will take action ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And Bibi Netanyahu has to hat tip the Biden administration's peaceniks, saying we still need replenishing of our Iron Dome, so we're not going to piss off Joe Biden too much. Meanwhile, negotiating with terrorists has never worked for us. So Walid Phares, Lisa Daftari, thank you both for joining us.